Hi there, welcome to another Divi theme video. This is Jamie from System22 and we're designing techtips.com. Well, a few videos ago we created this little menu hover effect with a background color there. We also did one with an underline and we had a great little question. Somebody says, well, we want a double underline, we want a line under and we want a line over. Really easy to do. We've done that with this one today. No coding involved at all. We've got a double line there, top and bottom. As I mentioned, no coding, really easy to do. So let's get started. I'm going to go down to my dashboard. We need to do this with a custom menu rather than the default header because you will not have the settings in the default. So we've got a global header going on here. And if you're not sure how to do that, have a look at one of our previous videos. I'm going to go down to Divi, to the theme builder. And here we are. As you can see, I've got a global header. Global header means it's going to appear on all pages. Custom header means you've got different headers that you can put on specific pages if you want to. So I'm going to go into my global header. I'm not going to recreate it. As I mentioned earlier, we've done this so many times. I basically got a section. Inside my section, I've got a row with an image module, a menu module, and a button for my drop-down mega menu. For anybody that's wondering about this stuff down here, that's actually my mega menu drop-down that only pops up when we click on the menu. So we're using a regular menu module here. I'm going to quickly undo the settings that I've got. Okay, so we're back to a regular menu here. All I've done is put in the menu module here. Once in the menu module, you need to select whatever menu it is that you want to put on yours. I'm using my main menu here, and all those menus that you see there, ones that you've created in your desktop under Appearance and Menus. If you haven't created any, then nothing's going to show up here. Okay, well, let's go over to our design now, to our actual menu text. I've got it open here. Let's just reset that one. I didn't reset that one. For my active link, which is the home page there, I set it to a light blue color that we've been using here. So I'm going to do that again. Pick a color. We created these color palettes a few videos ago, so I'm going to use a nice light blue color we've been using. I won't show it up there in the builder because we've got no page to be active at the moment. But when we're on the home page, it'll be blue. When we're on the about page, that'll be blue, etc. Now, if you watched the previous video about putting an underline on, you're going to know how to do this. So let's roll down a little bit. Here's our underline that we added before. When I pop that in, you can see it's added an underline there. I've still got my old settings in there. Let's just reset these to the defaults. That's what you're going to get when you first put it in there. Next door to it, we've got an overline, which is a new feature they've just added. So we can actually add a line on top and bottom just by doing that, which is really great. Now the color, the white's actually okay. Let's make sure we put it in there though. Even though it says it's white, that's fine. Line thickness, that's actually not too bad, but just so you can see it better, I'm going to up it to 2 pixels perhaps. Makes it a little bit thicker there. And the offset is how we can set the space. So let's roll this up by clicking on the little arrows there till it's about where we want it. I think I had it somewhere like that. 6, maybe a little bit too much. Obviously adjust to taste. So how easy was that to create that underline effect? But of course, we only actually want to see it on hover. So I'm sure some of you are ahead of me on this. What I'm going to do with the menu line color here, where we put that white in, you can either click on the color or you can just go to the field right here, which is the opacity or see-throughness, transparency if you like. I'm going to put it to 0 so they're still there, but you can't see them. Now, the reason I'm doing this is because if we didn't have a border there on normal when we can't see it and we flip to hover and suddenly you've got a 2 pixel top and bottom, it's going to jump the menu by 4 pixels. So you don't want that. That's why I'm doing the transparent one. Then, of course, when they hover over it, I want it to turn blue and reveal our lines. So we need to go up to the top here, left click, set it to hover state, and there we have it. If I reset that, yours will probably be white. There we go. I'm going to make it the color I want, obviously by clicking on there. We'll use that one. So when they hover on it, they've got that. And don't forget, we've got that blue for that active link too. Now here's the important part. Once you create your hover effect, you want to make sure you go back up here, click on the little arrow, flip it back to desktop. Otherwise, any edits that you make in this state will only happen when people hover over it, which is probably not what you want. I'm going to bring that opacity back because I want to show you something that I missed just now. When you put your lines in there, you have got a few choices of what kind of lines, and the typical CSS type line styles. We've got solid, we've got doubled, whereas you'd have two of them there, as you can see. We've got dotted. It's quite a nice effect right there. Dashed. Well, of course, we've got wave or wavy, which is kind of interesting. I'm going to leave mine on the solid. Just wanted to show you that if you wanted something slightly different. So let's put that back to transparent. Let's roll up a little bit. Remember to put that 0 in there. Now, once you hover over it, the time that it actually is going to take to show those lines is 300 milliseconds with Divi. For this particular thing, I think that's going to work perfectly. But if you wanted to slow it down or even speed it up, you could do so over in advanced. Go down to transitions. There's the transition duration. There's your default 300. I am going to leave it on 300 because that works for me. Don't want any transition delay. Want it to happen as soon as they put their mouse on it. Speed transition curve ease is going to work fine. For my hover, I usually use ease in out. Tends to work a little smoother when they take their mouse off. But for this particular project, I don't think it'll make any difference. Okay, so once we've got it all set up here, we've done everything that we need to do. What we need to do is save our changes here. We'll exit out of the theme builder. I'm going to make sure everything's saved here. I always click on this button even if it tells you it's saved. And if we go back to this page now, in fact, let's go to this page that had this on it and we'll refresh. And if we go down, hover over, there's our nice double lines coming in at 300 mils. Like I say, you can slow it down for a bit of grace if you want to, or even speed it up if it's not quick enough for you. And of course, if we go to our home page, we added that active link to be blue. So when we hover over, the active link will turn white. And there it is. Really easy to do, as you can see. So whoever said that, thanks for that question. It's not something that I do very often, double lines, but it is very effective. I know I made my lines a little thicker than I probably would, just for demo purposes. Really nice effect. So I hope you've enjoyed this today and found it useful. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, ring the bell, comment, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Don't forget, if you have any questions either about Divi 4 or Divi 5, pop them down below the video. I'll do my best to answer them for you or make a little demo video just like this one. So once again, this has been Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.